In a time when Africa was called the dark continent by the world, one man saw only light. A light of faith, dignity, and divine purpose. His name, Daniel Comboni. A man who gave everything, his comfort, his health, even his life, to bring the light of Christ to the heart of Africa. This is the story of the first Catholic missionary bishop of Central Africa. The man who said, "Save Africa with Africa." Welcome to the Saints' Path, where we walk in the footsteps of saints who changed history forever. Was born on March 15, 1831, in Limone sul Garda, a small village in northern Italy. His parents were poor gardeners, devout Catholics and strong in faith, but they struggled to survive. Even as a child, Daniel dreamed of faraway lands. While others played, he listened to stories of explorers, of deserts, of tribes who had never heard of Christ. At 17, Daniel entered the seminary. His teachers noticed something different about him. A restless passion for the impossible. When a missionary priest visited his seminary and spoke of Africa, its suffering, its hunger, its thirst for knowledge, Daniel whispered to himself, "Africa. That is where my heart belongs." In 1857, Daniel Comboni, now a young priest, joined a small group of missionaries heading to Sudan in Central Africa. Their mission? To evangelize, to heal, to educate, and to serve. But Africa was harsh. Within months, heat and disease struck the group. Malaria claimed lives one by one. Daniel watched friends die in his arms. At just 26, he was alone in a foreign land, sick, weak, and surrounded by despair. But instead of giving up, he had a vision. While praying at the tomb of St. Peter in Rome, he heard these words in his soul. "Save Africa with Africa." He understood. To truly reach hearts, the mission must be led by Africans themselves, educated, empowered, and inspired. In 1864, he wrote his famous plan for the regeneration of Africa. It was revolutionary. He believed Africa's salvation would come not from foreign hands, but from Africans themselves. He wrote, "Africa will rise again. Her sons and daughters will stand proud before God, as apostles of their own people." His vision spread like wildfire across Europe. He founded the Comboni missionaries, men and women ready to give their lives for Africa. Returning to Africa, Comboni built schools, clinics, and churches. He learned local languages and dressed simply to be one with the people. Villagers called him the father of the black people. He never treated Africans as slaves or pagans, but as children of God. In one letter he wrote, "I am dying, but my work will not die." He faced hostility from European colonizers who didn't understand his love for Africa. He was mocked by some priests who called his mission a mad dream. But Comboni only smiled. "God has chosen the foolish to confound the wise," he said. Years of heat, disease, and exhaustion took a toll on his body. He watched famine and slavery destroy lives. Yet even in tears he saw hope. He wrote to his missionaries, "Take courage. The cross is the ladder to heaven." As Bishop of Khartoum, Sudan, he continued preaching against the slave trade. He rescued orphans, taught farmers new skills, and sent African priests to Rome to study. He dreamed of a self-sustaining African church. But in 1881, just as his mission was bearing fruit, Comboni fell ill with yellow fever. Surrounded by his missionaries, he whispered, "I am dying, but my work will not die." And indeed his work did not die. Today the Comboni missionaries are present in more than 40 countries, continuing his dream, educating, healing, and evangelizing across Africa and beyond. On October 5, 2003, Pope John Paul II canonized him as a saint. Saint Daniel Comboni, the Apostle of Africa. His vision lives on wherever a missionary steps into the unknown, wherever the poor are served, wherever faith lights a dark path. "The heart that beats for Africa," he said, "beats with the heart of Christ." He gave his life for a continent he did not belong to by birth, but by love. Saint Daniel Comboni reminds us that true greatness lies not in how much we have, but in how much we give. This story touched you, share it. Let the world remember Saint Daniel Comboni, the saint who saved Africa with Africa. Subscribe for more inspiring saint stories on The Saint's Path.